Hello and welcome in, everyone. Sorry about that. My dog decided she wanted to go out at the last moment, so it kind of delayed me. So I do welcome everyone in, and welcome to the stream. I'm Amy of AJC Magic TV. I do welcome everyone. No problem, Disney Nerd Herders. I'm like super jealous. I'd be like, hey, come pick me up if I lived off of 95, but I'm on the other state of Pennsylvania, so I'm nowhere near 95. Um, I know it's kind of a rough time because it's lunch or dinner time, or people getting ready to end work, depending on where you live. Please share out the stream if you can. That would be much appreciated. Thank you. Welcome in, Caitlin. I am doing pretty well. Just a little frazzled because I left a little late with work and then traffic, and I had to stop at the store and everything like that. So, but I do welcome you in. Um, I was going to show some merchandise and then just talk general Disney stuff. I did see, for any of you guys that are annual pass holders, I saw that Dale of Resort TV One showed that they're going to do a Tinkerbell magnet. So I'm sure Joey and his family would love to get the Tinkerbell magnets for pass holders. Although, if they're coming out shortly. Hello, Michelle the Quilter. Hello, Monarch Moments, Pam's Fam, Jonathan Chong, Disney Nerd Herders. It's Joey's World. And Michelle the Quilter, thank you. And Make It Blue, a Disney adventure. Caitlin, welcome in. Um, so, yeah, I saw that Dale was advertising that they're going to have a annual pass holder Tinkerbell magnet. So let Joey know. I'm sure they'll love to get that as long as it's out at the end of the month here of August. So I do welcome everyone in. I'm Amy of AJC Magic TV. Um, I I do talk about Disney if I get a chance to get down to Disney. Right now, that's not going to happen. Hopefully, maybe early fall, so I can get at least one more time in before I have to pay my renewal on my annual pass. Um, it would be nice. I was planning on a big celebration trip next week, so I could also meet the Disney Nerd Herders and meet up with the Philly crew and anybody else that was around, or at least say hello. Hello, Andrea Houston. Thank you for joining. um, I ended up getting this Mickey Mouse hat. That's one of the merchandise hauls. On the Shop Disney app, you got a free merchandise item if you spend so much. um, I do like different ears and everything, but for me, to wear the headband ears, sometimes they're kind of hurt your head and everything. Welcome in, Noah. Thank you for joining. So when I saw these, I thought, hey, I like wearing hats. It has Mickey ears, so there you have it. So, and it was a free item. That they did have other options, but this was probably more sensible for me at the time. So I do thank everyone for joining. I will show some of the other items, and then we'll get into some Disney talk. Maybe play some trivia or something. Thank you, Pam. I like wearing hats. I do love some of the ears that different people have. I do have a set of Forky ears I won from Zippity Doodad that Cargo made, and I have them. And I've looked at other ears that I kind of liked, but I'm not real crazy about the headband. Sometimes it's a little too tight for my head. I got a big head, if anything there. And then I'll be doing some merchandise review. But the first, like I said, the Mickey hat is is kind of nice. This way I have ears if I want to have that type of hat. Plus I wear hats all the time, different hats when I'm down at Disney. The first item that I got was the Emperor's New Groove pin. The thing that's driving me nuts with Shop Disney is like I have like 5 or 6 things on one order, and they are coming in either like 2 in a package, 1 in a package. So like every other day or every day I'm getting some type of package. I wish it would all just come all together. But I picked up the Emperor's New Groove pin. I have been collecting these Disney Legacy pins. I'll have to get them all together. I need to actually get all the pins that I have purchased and get them together. And I have a new pin bag that I had gotten off on an auction. So I need to start organizing them, see what I have, see what I like might want to trade or whatever. Welcome in, Randy and Kathy. Thank you for joining. But this is the first item. I finally got my Emperor's New Groove pin. I got other ones, and then this one finally came. So that's pretty nice. It seems like every other day some new pins out. I know there's a couple other new pins that are out that I want to get from the Shop Disney app. I wish my Disney store would start getting restocked here with some pins. They did have, oh, thank you, Randy and Kathy. They did have the mystery poster pins, and I decided I didn't want to get those. I'm not real crazy about the mystery ones because I did a couple mystery ones, and it seems like I end up with like I'll buy 6 of them because there's 6 of that thing, and I'm not expecting to get all 6 of them, but I at least expect not to get 3 of the same ones and out of the 6. So I only ended up with 3 different pins and then 3 of the same ones. So um, so excuse me, I'm not real crazy about the mystery pins unless they're I know they do have some mystery bag pins. I'm hoping mine come pretty soon. Steve had shown some that he had gotten while he was in Disney when he was doing his Animal Kingdom, Kidani Village Lodge stream. They were the little football logo ones. I thought they were really cute, so I was able to get a hold of some of them and be able to get some. So I'm hoping they come pretty soon and do a reveal on them. And then whatever I have duplicates, they'll become traders or whatever, or maybe prize giveaways if there's one that somebody really likes. But yeah, there were some really good ones, and I thought I need to get my hands on a few of them. So like those type of ones because they have a whole big like the cuties, and then I know the hard ones to get are the wishable ones. They're pretty hard to find. They go pretty quick down in the parks, and so there's the only thing like with the Shop Disney app versus being down at Disney World, they don't give you a welcome in, Mike Wheeler, the annual pass discount or any other type of discount. It's only 10% with a Disney Visa card. So that's the only drawback I have with Shop Disney and even the Disney store itself. But we don't get mystery pins here in Canada stores that I know of. Oh, okay. Yeah, the only mystery pins I've seen at my Disney store, and I did them before I got the Haunted Mansion ones, and I got 3 different ones, and then I had 3 of the same ghosts. So I gave them away to various people when I was down in Disney last August, and then I have a lot of those video cassette ones. I was hoping to get a Little Mermaid one, and I just kept getting a bunch of the same. So I have a bunch of those that are duplicates. I have almost a whole set except the Little Mermaid one. So I'll have to see if there's a site that like people want to trade or something. But I was looking for the Little Mermaid cassette one, so that's why I decided not to do the posters. And then they also had, I guess there's like an artist doll, princess doll collection mystery pin set that has the artist dolls of like Alice and I I can't remember all the Aurora and Snow White and everything. The only mystery Disney pins we did were the clock ones, like you said, many duplicates. Yeah. I was gonna do the 2020 mystery pins because actually the Shop Disney actually got them in. And then the next time they were on there like for a couple days and now they're gone. But I thought, oh, maybe I'll try and get them. And I was deciding how many packs to really get, and then I decided, you know what, I don't want to end up with the same. I know a lot of people were buying them up because they were trying to get the Brer Rabbit one, so they could sell it for more separately because of Brer Rabbit being on the pins. So, but I decided I would not get that. I have other 2020 pins that I have, and and I know also the one drawback of the Shop Disney is if you're down at Disney World right now, they're giving buy one get one free 2020 merchandise on their T-shirt or whatever 2020 merchandise to help get rid of it, and they're not offering that on the Shop Disney. I definitely would buy a couple of things on the Shop Disney if they actually had it buy one get one free. I'm not saying, why would I just buy one of them on there and not, when I could, see some different people if they could pick it up for me or whatever. I'll go ahead and reveal some things because while I was at my Disney store, these are the stuff. I'm guessing this like little egg was from their egg hunt that they did inside the Disney store. They didn't really get to do much before everything closed down. So I bought I bought two of them just to see what they are. They're little figurines inside. I pre-opened them just because the tape was all on there. But this is like a little Mickey egg guy. And then inside is this little package, and then inside the package is a character figurine. And I picked up two of them at the time just because I ended up buying a Stitch Rabbit and a Mickey Rabbit to have for my collection of different animals. I didn't get the mini one just because I have a lot of different minis, and I figured Stitch is a little bit different. You don't normally see him too much in different things. But I'll go ahead and open this one. It's a cute bag. They have all the Mickey parts on there. I'm guessing, I'm not sure what characters were available, but I'm guessing Mickey is probably one of them. Or it might be different Mickeys or just a whole bunch of different ones. And be careful because there is confetti inside here. So, like I said, I'm guessing these are probably from their scavenger hunt that they do inside the store for Easter. I know we did it last year, and you got a couple different items to choose from. So that's what I'm guessing. And I just got to be careful. There's Mickey parts confetti inside the little inside this plastic bag. I should gather it all together and send it out to I have shown some, Mike, on like the various Disney halls and stuff. But once I get them all together, I will go ahead and show a lot of the ones that I have. And a lot of them I've only really started collecting in the last 2 years. I wish I can find two of my older lanyards because I used to carry them back and forth to Disney and stuff like that. And I don't know if I have them in a drawer somewhere or one of them might be in one of the suitcases and I just haven't found it. But I will get a lot of them together. I've been showing the different pins that I've been getting these days, but then I'll pull out once I get them organized of whatever ones. And I'm going to be also using some for like giveaways or looking to sell them, some of them off, some of the cheaper ones type of things, or traders, use them as traders or whatever. But the first egg had a Minnie Mouse figurine inside there. So that's kind of cute. And then I have another egg. So I'll go ahead and open that one. I had seen a few that were left in the store the other day because I went to go see if they possibly had gotten any of that Peter Pan stuff because I was looking for the Peter Pan pins. I was not lucky enough to get one of the shopping passes. I did register for the shopping pass, but I wasn't lucky enough to get an email or the second time around an email. I really wanted the Peter Pan pin, so I'm not sure if I'm real crazy about the yes, yeah, that's what other people do. And yeah, with the confetti and stuff. Oops, knocking everything over. But I was looking for the Peter Pan. I'm not sure if I'm crazy about that pass, shopping pass, or not. I guess I'll give it one more go, and if I don't get the carousel pins, then I'll probably just give up on it and just hope that maybe they get them in. So I'm checking the store. I know they just kind of reopened about a couple weeks ago, so they're trying to get rid of the stock that they had before they closed, like the swimsuits and the Easter things, and they did get some newer things. But my next figurine inside the egg is Goofy. So now I'm probably guessing I probably should have picked up a couple other eggs just to see if I could have gotten some other characters out of there. But so I have a Mickey or Minnie and a Goofy. I dropped Minnie. So Minnie and Goofy. So I'll just go ahead and go in the probably in my cabinet with the other Disney collection figures. Or maybe I'll use them towards some giveaways and stuff. And I'll keep the little bags and the confetti. Surprise people, maybe. Yeah, so I do love Goofy. Yeah, I wish I could find, like I said, I really have to go through and try and find those lanyards because I started pin trading back when they first started pin trading, and I bought 2 of the lanyards and used some for trading, and then I just started buying ones that I like. And then for a while there, I wasn't buying. I would just buy pins of places where I stayed or a ride that I liked, or yeah, an attraction that I liked, or the hotel the resort I stayed at. Um, and then if I was at a special event like the Christmas parties or the Halloween parties, so I would buy the pins for that, and that's pretty much in the last 2 years of what I've been doing. When I got a chance to go to like Food and Wine last year, I bought the Food and Wine pins, and then I was at the Halloween parties. I bought a lot of those, and then the Christmas party I had gone back down in December, and then I have Galaxy's Edge pins. So a lot of that is a lot of the collectors, the Epcot Forever pin, and everything like that. Yes, Garrett, they are pretty cool, or Michelle. Um, they're pretty cool. I don't know if they have any more of the eggs because, like I said, I saw a couple of them sitting by the register, and I was going to go over. Thought maybe I'll try and see what they are. Now I'm probably like, hey, these are pretty nice little figures. So maybe I'll go and check out and see if they have any more. Our mall really doesn't stay open too late. They close at 7, so I won't be able to go tonight, but maybe on my way home tomorrow because I do want to check to see if they're getting any other pins in because their selection lately has been kind of slim. But like I said, sure, they're just starting to get stock in since they reopened. And I'm kind of hoping they may get some of those I'm not worried about the ears, or they may get the mugs for the Peter Pan mini main attraction event, but I was hoping they would get a couple of the pin sets because I really would like to get the pins. I don't want to buy off of eBay because those people, they sell them for ridiculous prices. The other thing I got one more of these coming. It is the 65th anniversary Wishables. I already have 3 of them, and these are the characters that you can get. I already have Mr. Toad, one of the Skyliner, well, they're the old Skyway car, and Mr. Toad, and then I have Monstro, the whale. So I'm hoping I end up in my other 2 packets getting one of these 2 to get the full collection. But I'm hoping in here it'll be a different one. I know the Skyway, they do have different colors of the Skyway cars. So if you do buy these, hello, just another Disney, thank you for joining. So if you are collecting these and you get the Skyway ones, as long as you're not getting the same colors, I'll show you the ones I already have before I open it. But this is Monstro. And then I got a Skyway green. I believe there's a red and a yellow one. I just because when I just was looking on eBay to see if there was other ones out there. Hello, Billy, Kenzie Days' mom, welcome in. But I know there's a yellow and a red one. And then this is Mr. Toad. And then we'll go ahead and open up and see if we got either the Barker Parrot, the Barker Bird, or Alice in Wonderland attraction vehicle. Which I'm hoping I get one of them. I mean, if I get a double, I'm willing to trade somebody if they are trying to collect them, or I will use it as a giveaway. And I think that's what I'm going to be doing. I have a lot of different Disney merch I gotten on sale and stuff, so I may start doing some giveaways, drawings, type of things, and make it fun, like so people can win different things. I'll have to come up with like a challenge type of thing or something, because I know I have an extra backpack. And I did get the Barker Bird, which I was hoping that this was going to be. Welcome in, Team Marie Photography. So I actually got the Barker Bird, which I'm very excited about because it's not a double, and I really wanted him. I know a lot of people kind of buzz by the Tiki Room. I mean, I know I don't go in the Tiki Room every trip, but I do enjoy it. I know it is kind of a corny show and stuff, but and I know the Barker Bird is actually in Disneyland. He sits outside the Tiki Room, I believe, and calls people in. But that's the Barker Bird. So, and these, since it is the 65th anniversary, they are the representation of either attractions at Disneyland or the ride vehicles, obviously, and then the characters. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about the Barker Bird. Yes, it is corny, but I do enjoy it. It is, especially if it's hot out and they're getting ready to have a show and you're going by, you're not really in a hurry to get anywhere else. It's nice to go go and sit down and rest and everything like that. So that was the items. I don't know if you picked these up, Frankie, or not, but I think these were from the Easter egg hunt that they were going to have at the store before they had ended up closing. Yes, I know people give the Country Bears a bad name. That they're not really like, oh, the Country Bear is boring or whatever, but I still enjoy going in there and I still enjoy going into the Tiki Room. It's not always every trip, but if I'm going by and I have time to go in and the show here's the ones I got, Frankie, Goofy and Minnie. Yes, I realized that when I pulled out Minnie, so I was careful pulling out the Goofy. But I know my last trip last summer, when I was there with my sister's family, we didn't go into the Country Bears, but we took my brother-in-law's mom, and she went inside while we went over to do Big Thunder Mountain. And so she was able to sit inside the air and and get air and stay out of the sun and everything. So, and got to see a show. But then when I was down in December, I did the Tiki Bird. So I do other things. But that's all the merchandise. I should be getting another Wishable coming here soon in the mail. And like I said, the football pins should be coming soon. So it just seems like everything um, keeps coming slowly, one day, one or 2 days at a time there, and one package at a time with one item. Yeah, Country Bears is great, and the props used in Tiki Room is so fantastic. Yes, I love the tikis that they use. Yeah, they are really neat looking. I should be getting 2 packs coming to me. So the original, I yes, I've been through the changes. I got to go see the original Tiki Room, then the one where Iago and Zazu took over under new management. Welcome in, Janice Evans. Whether it's Shannon or Jessica, welcome in. I do welcome you. Hope you had a very good day today. Welcome in, Tracy and Addiction Mouse and Billy, Kenzie Days' mom. Now, I had something else. Yeah, okay, wrong. Pulling up the wrong thing that I was going to do. I guess the next thing I'm going to do for myself is there's a lot of different surveys of this and that out there, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of those, and you can put down your opinions. And as soon as I pull up the pictures, I see other people answering them. Oh yeah, that would be pretty interesting. Yeah, that's one place I would like to go to is Japan for Tokyo Disney and Disney at Sea. But here is a Magic Kingdom, this and that. Also, after my stream at 7 p.m. is the Disney Nerd Herders, and they'll be guessing they'll be talking about their trip and their plans and everything like that. Um, I'm super jealous because I would love to be going at this point, but I know at this point I can't. So I'm hoping to be able to go um, in the fall, possibly as things maybe settle down or they decide that however things go. But don't forget the Disney Nerd Herders at 7 p.m. I know Griswold Family Vacay, I believe they're also on at 7 p.m. Then D&G Explorers at 8 p.m. Not sure if anybody else is streaming at that time. But then at 9 p.m., we have Monarch Moments. They usually do 9:05-ish Eastern Standard Time. If you're on um, the West Coast, I'm guessing it's 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. My math going backwards, it's hard. But and then the This and That crew go on at 9 p.m. and they'll be talking about their zombie weekend. I assume it'll probably be crazy as usual. But there's all your choices. I do like to thank Dean of the Live Place. You can check out his website at theliveplace.com. He also has a Live Plays YouTube channel that he's been doing some shows and talking about various updates and stuff like that. And also Dreamers Empire is his other name for YouTube. And so I do thank Dean at the Live Place for hosting my channel, plus over 100 other channels. And You can check out his site, like I said, theliveplace.com, and usually you can find someone who may be going live, and whether it's in the parks or they're talking about the parks or playing games or talking Lego or whatever. While we are packing, we'll be listening to everyone while it's on TV. Yes. Packing the car or just packing the suitcases, which I think you almost have all the suitcases in it. You turn to stone if you see my pick. Have to warn you all. Well, I will say, if you ever seen Gabe, that's a little Garrett, basically. Oh, you're welcome, Andrea. Thank you for joining. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, please hit that thumbs up button. It is much appreciated. It does help out the channel and everything. So here we go. Magic Kingdom, this or that. Final suitcase packing. Okay. But here we go. Festival of Fantasy or Move It, Shake It, Mouska Dance It. The Festival of Fantasy or Move It, Shake It, Mouska Dance It. Although I do like the Festival of Fantasy, you do see a lot more characters and everything like that. I personally don't like standing around in the heat waiting for it to come. Waiting for it to come. And I will honestly say, there's been a lot of times where I really never have seen the 3 o'clock parade or 2 o'clock parade, just because I've never been in the park at that time, because it's just a lot of times too hot. For me, it's fun watching the Move It, Shake It go by. I know it's not as many characters, but they do have odd different characters and stuff. Plus, it's spontaneous. I think that's one of the reasons why right now watching the cavalcades is kind of fun. Although, like I said, it's a tough choice, though. Hello, it's Joey's World. Thank you for joining. And like I said, hello, Timothy Rainwaters. Thank you for joining. I really like that spontaneity that they're going with the cavalcades. I know it's not like a full parade type of thing, but it's just spontaneous. Wherever you're at, you can catch it. And welcome in Dis Our Dreams. Thank you for joining. But I do also I do enjoy the Festival of Fantasy. I have seen it a couple times, but to be honest, over the years, I've been only in the parks at 3 o'clock, or I know sometimes, since they had all this shutdown and everything, I know sometimes it's spring break and they'll have an earlier parade because they're trying to get all the marching bands in for their music days of Disney. And I know, when my nephew and niece marched down Main Street, sometimes they had an 11 a.m. parade for Festival of Fantasy or whatever. That's just a hard sell. I know a lot of people like the other, the parade and watch it, and I do enjoy watching it and everything if I'm around. But the Mouska Move and Shake It, Mouska Dance it's pretty fun. This one's hard. This is actually a hard one, because this or that, Big Thunder Mountain or Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. This is really hard for me, because I love both of these rides. But I'm gonna have to lean a little more towards Big Thunder Mountain, although I really do enjoy the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It's hard to get to. I mean, now if I was down there now, yeah, I would wait the 30 minutes or however it would be on. But and even Big Thunder Mountain, when they had the fast passes, it was sometimes hard to get those fast passes and stuff. So I do think, if I know a lot of you are jumping on, it's hard to watch the chat to see who is there or not. But I do thank you all for listening or joining in, and I hope you have a great evening, and I'll see you in the chats there. But I do like Big Thunder Mountain. I like the little theme of it and everything. But I'll tell you one thing. When I was down in June last summer, we actually had a magic moment from the cast members there, because sometimes a lot of people don't want to sit in the back of the mine train, and they allowed us to go again on the ride. And sitting in that back barrel of the mine train, or the little cool car, and you really get a good swing going through there and everything like that. So it's so yeah, that's a hard choice because I do love the mine train. I wish it was a little bit longer. But Big Thunder Mountain, they're both my favorites, but Big Thunder Mountain's also fun too. The Magic Kingdom, this or that, Tomorrowland or Adventureland. For me, it was always about Space Mountain, so I'm gonna have to say Tomorrowland. Okay, Disney Nerd Herders, thank you for joining. I will see you in your chat and on your live stream. But for me, it was always about Tomorrowland. I love Space Mountain. I love the TTA. Hopefully, it gets back up and running. It seems like right now that Tomorrowland's sort of falling apart there because I guess they're having trouble with the Carousel Progress also with various things too. Yeah, the Mine Train is a very nice, family friendly. I know a lot of people say that Slinky Dog's supposed to be for families and stuff like that, but I still, it's a little, a little bit longer, has a lot more dipping and stuff like that. But the Mine Train is really fun, and if your kids are tall enough and everything like that. But for me, it's all about Tomorrowland on there. Although, like I said, this one's hard though. But this or that, Splash Mountain or Space Mountain, um, that that one's hard. But I know I used to go to Space Mountain. That was first thing in the morning. But but a lot of times Space Mountain was open for the early morning extra magic hours, so I always went there. When I was a cast member, this is before Splash Mountain was even like open yet, and we would always go to Space Mountain. Hello, James Ryan. No problem. It's great to see you stopping in. So thank you for joining, James. But and I know a lot of people love Splash. I love Splash Mountain. It's probably like it's second place for me in a way. If I'm there on regular rope drop, a lot of times I do head to Splash more than I head to the Tomorrowland area. But if it's extra morning hours, I do my Tomorrowland and Fantasyland rides, and then the first rope drop ride is to go right back to Splash Mountain and Big Thunder Mountains for me too. So I do thank you. Happily Ever After or Wishes. For me, it's Happily Ever After. The songs and the pyrotechnics and the images on the castle. In fact, I'm sorry to say that I have seen Wishes, but there was a big gap for me from going to Disney because of other things going on in my life and different trips where I couldn't get down there. And I watched the end of Wishes through various streamers, YouTubers, and then they were there for the first day of Happily Ever After. It really grows on you, and I like the lantern scene. There's just a lot of good, powerful songs in there. Amy, you were seeing, yes, I was a cast member in the early '90s. I started in their college program, and then I stayed on for like another year, and then I decided that to come back to Pennsylvania because most of my family was back here. And in fact, if I actually would have stayed there all these years, I would have been a 30-year cast member coming up. So it's been that long. Hate to say it there on that, but yes, I worked at then the MGM Studios there at the Primetime Cafe at Hollywood and Vine. And then I helped open up the Sci-Fi restaurant and the other restaurant that's connected to it, the commissary, the ABC commissary. helped open that. And then I remember when the Muppets and Mama Melrose opened, because I was going to go try and work at Mama Melrose, but I had family come down right around the time that they were looking for people to go to Mama Melrose, and I was on vacation, so that was the reason why I didn't go to Mama Melrose, which was fine with me at that point. But happily ever after versus wishes, it's happily ever after for me, because that's what I remember a lot. Yeah, wishes is a classic. When they do show wishes um, on some of the streams, I know like Josh has showed them and very other things. Um, so that just, but no, right now the one I can remember the most is the happily ever after and everything. And the last one, Haunted Mansion versus the Pirates of the Caribbean. This is one's really hard, but for me, Haunted Mansion all the way. That is my number one ride. I love the Haunted Mansion, and so I mean, Pirates is a close second, but the Haunted Mansion, that's always my favorite. Early, that's the thing, because I've been when I was a cast member, and then went back on some family vacations, and then I decided to become an annual pass holder, and that's where a lot of my solo trips started coming in to play. And when I had my annual pass, I'd go down, and maybe it was like the first night there and the Magic Kingdom was open a little bit later. And there would be times that I would just get on the monorail and go to the Magic Kingdom, hop on the train, get off at Frontierland and walk up to the Haunted Mansion, ride the Haunted Mansion, and then go back to Frontierland and hop on the train to ride around back to Main Street and kind of soak in if they were going to have fireworks or a parade. Because back in those days, they had either Spectro Magic or the Main Street Electrical Parade, and then the fireworks. So and catch that and leave the park, and that would be the only two rides that I would ride. So always the Haunted Mansion, and that's usually the one. Um, it just really intrigues me. I would um, love to go in there and just take a look around. It would be interesting. I know people have tried doing that. I seen where and I don't know if that's in Disneyland or if it was in Disney World, but there was like groups that would actually rent out the Haunted Mansion and do like a ball, like a dinner event or a tour type of thing and stuff like that. Okay, Jonathan Chong, thank you very much for joining. Um, I will say I'm gonna just look for some surprise streams, because I do have some Star Wars trivia. So if any of you guys need to brush up on your Star Wars, plus I also have a set of Marvel trivia cards. So if you're a Marvel fan, look out for those types of streams. I try to do those a little bit later, but I may do some either on a Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon, depending on if nobody else is streaming or whatever. It's kind of hard to compete when the people are streaming in the parks and stuff like that, but I do welcome anybody that has come in and do that. So brush up on that Star Wars and your Marvel trivia. I know there's a group of uh, nerd talk people who are Marvel people, so hopefully they'll join in sometime for the Marvel trivia and test out everyone. Um, but yeah, I do miss a nighttime parade at the Magic Kingdom. I know right now it's kind of weird because they're closing when it's still light outside at 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. Um, but whenever they are open in the evenings, it's kind of weird because sometimes they'll do happily ever after real early in the evening, and then there's still that gap, and you kind of miss that nighttime parade. So hopefully, after things settle down and they start getting that crowd back, and things go back to semi normal or into that normal pattern, I know I was reading some articles um, where different news articles around here where Disney has lost a ton of money and stuff like that, but because they're wondering, are these people um, gonna get down here or not? Because I know I'm in a state, it's not mandatory to quarantine, it is a recommendation, but I work for a company where if I would go down to Florida, then I have to quarantine for 14 days after. So that's the reason why I am not going to be at Disney next week. And, and I'm hoping things kind of settle down a little bit, that where maybe they'll start looking at some of those stuff and slowly lift that, because it kind of drives me nuts because I have the vacation time and stuff, and I am taking stuff off to do errands and everything like that. But it would be nice to just get away and everything. But I also know, it is you don't know, I know if you like, I'm curious, when Jeff gets down to Florida, was the plane packed, or how was it on the airplane that he's taking? Um, I've seen pictures of various airports where they were busy, or talked to some people who had to fly through Atlanta and that looked kind of busy, and different things. Um, I know a lot of people are driving for that reason, because they don't want to be stuffed in an airplane and be exposed that way. And this way they have their car and transportation. I don't really have time to drive unless I was really that desperate. Then yeah, I probably would drive. Is there anything or any ride at Disney you haven't done but would like to do? Um, I have ridden all the rides at Disney, so that one's kind of hard, because there's on that. I would say for me, a lot of times, and I've also rented the boats before. I don't know if any of you guys ever gone to the marinas at like Contemporary or the Polynesian, well, Grand Floridian, any of the resorts that are on Bay Lake, or the Seven Seas Lagoon. And then also, I know the Yacht Club had a marina there. I believe they still do that. So I think for me, probably some of the dessert parties, Mike. Um, I haven't really done any of them. I looked in while I was down there in December. I looked into doing like the Star Wars dessert party and everything like that. So um, so that would be probably try out some of the dessert parties. I've been to the Christmas parties, the Halloween parties. I've I've gotten lucky where I was upgraded at the Polynesian to concierge level. I mean, not, yeah, who wouldn't want to stay on concierge level if you can afford it, or if you get lucky and get upgraded? Yeah, Jeff, I kind of agree with that in a sense. Um, One of the other reasons where I'm a little hesitant is I know, and I'm curious, because I do see a lot of people who live in Florida and they're out there streaming at the parks and stuff like that. And I think, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Um, and I wonder, with them always saying Florida has all these high numbers and that, and I know they're saying they feel safe or whatever, but I just wonder, okay, or could there be anybody in that park getting exposed or end up positive or something like that? I don't know, and I'm not going to accuse anybody or whatever, because that's not my thing. But it was just you just wonder, some of the people that are there, is that something that maybe is on their mind or not? Or, I know people said that they feel safer at Disney World than they do at the Walmart or the Publix or the Target, or wherever they go to, or they're, kind of containing themselves within the Disney bubble. Um, I do have family members that are in Florida right now, and because they're looking for some housing for for their children. So because they go to school and work down there. So So, and I was kind of asking. Unfortunately, they didn't get to go to Disney. They did do Disney Springs, but they had some of that stuff. Plus, then they did go to Universal, and they felt that that was fine at Universal and everything. They went to SeaWorld today because they did do the Discovery Cove, and then they actually got free tickets to SeaWorld for 14 days. So they decided that they would go to SeaWorld, and there it was they don't have, it sounded like they they want you to have the mask on at SeaWorld, but I think they're having a little bit of trouble enforcing that, or don't have the staffing, maybe, because I've seen that in the some of the other streams of people going to SeaWorld, and then some others said, well, they seem that they're starting to get it together and stuff like that. So that's the whole thing there. I'm not, but one of the things for me is one of the, thinking about it, and okay, I go ahead and go on the plane. For a lot of you that may not know, I had a kidney transplant, and my 2-year anniversary is coming up this Friday. But that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of a little cautious, and my family is like, well, I don't know if you really should go there. That's kind of a hotbed right now, and flying and all of that stuff as far as exposing and everything like that. But the other part of me is like, well, yeah, I still would love to go because I see other people there and stuff like that. So that's the whole thing of why where I'm at on going down to Florida and stuff. So I do want to be careful and everything, but because we don't know what's out there or what's really going on or whatever. All by myself. That is what I am singing right now. So you only have 5 people on your plane. People come out of the woodwork there for you. I know they had a big downpour earlier today. Hey, Mike at 88 NYC. The Wilderness Lodge is very nice. It's one of my favorites. I've stayed there a couple of times. At the Wilderness Lodge. I love staying there at the Christmas holiday time. It's just cozy and stuff. But I really do like the Wilderness Lodge. I will say, Mike, I have stayed at almost all the resorts, except some of the DVC resorts, and the Grand Floridian is the Grand Floridian and the Yacht Club are the only two deluxe resorts that I haven't stayed at yet. But you also have to remember a lot of the deluxe resorts that I have stayed at were back when the prices are what the moderates are now. So when I first stayed at the Polynesian, I got $100 rate at the end of the summer in August. And so I jumped on it because I needed a room for one night. Hello, Penguin Master. Thank you for joining. And she's like, well, we have this Florida special end of summer special or whatever. And so I had stayed there. I had stayed at the Polynesian 3 times. We stayed at the Contemporary and got a tower room for one night because we couldn't get the full week of at the beach club. And my mom always wanted to stay at the Contemporary Resort. So, and then I had a birthday special one year. I was down. I stayed at Pop Century, and literally moved out of the Pop Century and the Bay Lake Tower. I was actually going to go stay at the Grand Floridian, and then the Bay Lake Tower was going to be opening up for the DVC resort, and I was able to get that birthday special. And so I stayed at the Bay Lake Tower on the first day it opened. See you later, Disney Nerders. Yes, your show will be coming up there at 7 p.m. If any of the mods want to drop their link. But yeah, getting to stay at Bay Lake on the very first day it opened, it was really nice. And I pretty much did like a pool day, and then it was so nice walking over to the Magic Kingdom. And then I walked back to my room so I could watch the fireworks from my room. at Bay Lake Towers. So that was fun also. Um, the other thing, really, Mike 88 NYC is I really would like to take the time to go miniature golfing. I've never been at the Disney miniature golf places. I've been off property miniature golf places, but I've never done the ones at Blizzard Beach or at the Swan Dolphin. We've always gotten coupons or it was included in our package or something like that. Nowadays, I haven't really taken a long trip to be able to go do some other things. I barely touch the surface at Disney Springs anymore um, because I'm only going down there like a Thursday through Tuesday, and I want to be at the parks. And my last two trips there, hello Marguerite Nagy, I'm gonna be getting ready to end it here soon. And I know the Disney Nerd Herders go on at 7, but I do welcome you in. But that's the thing is my last couple trips in August, it was all about Galaxy's Edge opening up, so I got to go that. It was the Beverly Challenge. I wanted to do food and wine. My trip unfortunately got cut short because of the so-called hurricane that was going to be coming back in there, going through there. So that got cut short, but I did get to meet a lot of wonderful people, and I keep in touch with a lot of them. And so that was fun. It's always fun to go down and meet other people and stuff. When I would go down in the late 90s and early 2000s, I belonged to another Disney news group type of thing, and every December they would have a meetup, and we'd meet at certain park days and just have a great time. And that's going there when you're there a lot of times, and these groups put together scavenger hunts and um, character dinners or breakfasts and stuff like that. Hello, Shannon Evans. And it's just fun to go do other things while you're there. Um, I can't wait to go back down. I hope the next time I do go back down, there will be other people, other friends. So hopefully, people are planning, especially if a big group was planning. It would be great to know that. Yes, Mike, it is fun to do the miniature golf. I know something that I just recently heard of, and I thought about possibly looking into that sometime. Is I guess in the later in the day at the Saratoga Springs uh, golf course, they have foot golf. One day to your birthday, so happy birthday, Shannon. So happy birthday to you. Is the new They have a foot golf type of thing going on now that I've heard a few people talk about. I'd like to go check that out. Sprinkles. Unfortunately, I'm not really into those big gourmet cupcakes, but if there was a way I could bring them home, yes, I would bring one home for someone. Yes, have a safe flight, Jeff, and I do thank you for joining. Elbow yourself through the crowd to get a good seat. So yes, happy birthday, Shannon Evans. but but yeah, if you're there for like at least a week, like say a Saturday, it's a lot worth like taking the time and a break in during the day. Um, I know I don't take a full day break off, but when I was used to travel there, um, for like a Saturday to Saturday or a Saturday, for like the week or whatever like that, I would take the afternoons off and I would always go to the downtown Disney. That's what it was called whenever I used to go a lot. So I would go down there because Disney Quest was there, and I would rent a boat sometimes or just go shopping because in those days, if you wanted the discount for your Disney Visa card or even your annual pass, you had to go to the World of Disney or what it was. I guess it was the World of Disney there, what it was always called, the big Disney store that they had. I can't remember what the name of it was back then, but it's the World of Disney. You had to go to the Disney Springs World of Disney to do your shopping to get the discount. And I'm not sure when they started the discounts in the park and at the resorts with just your annual pass and stuff. So now they do that. They used to have like where you had to get a minimum, and now that doesn't matter. But that was the whole thing. And a lot of times when I used to do my big shopping trip, I would do it like one big night and ship it all home. So at the register, I would fill out my stuff and pay for the shipping and ship all my stuff home. I've seen, looks weird but interesting. Yes. But but that was the thing. And I haven't been on a long trip like that in a while. Um so they just been quick. My December trip, I was there for opening of Rise of the Resistance, and that was my goal and everything like that. And so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I know the Disney Nerders just went live, and I do thank everyone for joining. I will have more Disney talk discussions, and I am looking to invite different people. So you can always DM me if you are interested in coming on and talking about Disney, or even if you've been to Disney and maybe you want to talk about Universal or doing something else. Because some of my trips, I do the other parks at times, and other times it's just Disney. It just depends on my time. Oh, yes, Mike. I'm sorry. Yes, the foot golf would be interesting and everything. It does look weird, but it would be interesting and stuff. So, yes, thank you. And thank you for that question, Mike, because a lot of times I know, when people get down there, their minds are, oh, it's just about the parks, what else? And then, they get home and find out by looking at people's pictures or YouTube or whatever and go, hey, I missed that, or and I know watching some of the people these days, I know I want to go try a lot of the lounges for food and appetizers and different things. So just to let you all know. Um, but I'm going to go ahead and end it. I do thank everyone for joining. Um, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you are new or watching the replay. And if you would consider subscribing, that would be great. Like I said, check out all my other videos and live streams that I've done. I do have videos from some of my trips to Disney World. There are like a montage of pictures of Universal Studios and SeaWorld on there. Also different merchandise hauls. And like I said, I showed you some of the merchandise that I got, and I'll be showing more as that comes in. So I do thank everyone for joining. I hope you have a great evening. I will see you all in the chats. And don't forget to check out the Disney Nerd Herders or Griswold Family Vacay, and also TNG Explorers and Monarch Moments or This and That this evening. So have a great night, everyone. Have a safe trip, Jeff. And I do thank you, and let the adventures begin. Bye, everyone. Have a great night. And thank you, Randy and Kathy.